Ugh. A spooky ghost looking at me through the corner. Go away! Okay. Well, seems like seems like the Resident Evil leaker, can't remember what his name is, Dusk, is now stating that Capcom is working on Resident Evil Code Veronica, a remake for Code Veronica, which should have old gen fans such as myself very excited, which I am. The problem though is the validity of these leaks. However, I know with this Dusk Golem, whatever his name is, I follow him on Twitter, but his name is like the Aesthetic Gamer or something like that. That's just the at name. I don't know his legitimate like handle, but from what I know, he's verified things in the past. One of the things he's verified was Resident Evil 8 having werewolves and vampires, so he was right about that. And so again, I think people are questioning the validity of his claims because he sort of retracted his statements. He went from saying we're working on a Resident Evil remake of the remake, and he said a few things about 9, and so now he's turning around and redacting that. He also said before that they were working on a Resident Evil 5 remake, and this has been redacted as well. And so people are alleging that this is his game plan. Is he lines up all of his ducks in a row and throws all these rumors, speculations, and ideas out there, and then he'll redact some and then reinforce the others. That way, when something does happen, he can point his finger and say, see, I told you. So, I mean, I can see that. So, like, in the event that, like, he's wrong about the Code Veronica remake, and it turns out they're working on Resident Evil remake of the original Resident Evil, then he can take his past statement, the one that he redacted, he can open it back up and be like, well, yeah, they were technically working on a remake of the Resident Evil original, the HD version. You know, he can totally do that, and I could see that as being a method to winning the sort of battle with leaking rumors and stuff like that. However, I don't know what his game plan was for, if this is how he operates, if he's not like a legitimate leaker. I don't know how he would have guessed the whole vampires and werewolves thing. My idea is, yes, he does have some sort of hold on obtaining information. I do believe that. It just happens to be the people who's giving him this information, the people who are feeding him this information, are they giving him the correct information towards these things? That's really what should be questioned. And not so much, is he doing this just to be right about things? Okay, so my thought is a little bit in between. So I do kind of think that he is employing this sort of tactic to be right about these things, but I guess like what I really hope for is that this last statement he made about them ditching the idea of this Resident Evil remake of the remake, if that's saying he's saying that's total BS now. Good. I hope that's true. Even though I was, you know, somewhat mildly excited for it, I just don't understand why they would do that or how it would work. just as I stated before, like, you know, it's not like a Resident Evil 4 styled game. There's a limited number of zombies. It's more based on horror. It's built upon camera angles and things like that. So I don't see this like whole system working in a Resident Evil remake unless you made it like a first person game. Then it might work, but you have to retain that sense of horror. So that could be total bullshit, and I kind of hope it is. I mean, it would be an interesting thought experiment to say the least, but at the end of the day, it's just like, I want what most old gen, don't want to call myself old, but what most of us older generation fans want, and what we want is the Code Veronica remake, for the love of God. So he's saying that is in the works. He's saying that the production, the development of Resident Evil 5 is complete bullshit, the remake of it, which I hope is true. One day I will play through the entirety of Resident Evil 5, but where it stands, it's in the same category as 6 with me. This is a shitty title. I don't know why people like it. It's got the most ridiculous setup to it. It's 2 players. I've stated this before. I don't think Resident Evil should ever be a 2-player game. It doesn't seem to hold on to any sense of horror. It's strictly an action game with, you know, monsters. But you know what else is an action game with monsters? Devil May Cry. Is that a horror game? No. And so Resident Evil is supposed to be a horror series. This is where it's not a horror series, and it pisses me off. Resident Evil 4 at least tried to hold on to some sense of horror. Not completely, not entirely, but Resident Evil 5 is where they abandoned that 100% and started going to the more action-oriented route, and the what can we do with tech route. So like, what I mean by that whole what can we do with tech route is when they turned around and made the game 2-player because they wanted to see what they could accomplish with it. And that's my biggest concern with Resident Evil 9, is them being like looking at tech such as VR and making, you know, a game based on what the technology of the time has provided us, as opposed to making a game that's like with what the fans want, what at the time of the fans, you know, the time of the fans when it comes to horror games and video games in general, with the time we are living in, fans want. And this is what AAA developers need to do, is they need to look at what the fucking fans want instead of what the technology can provide them. The technology, they're always trying to jerk off the people who's creating technology. Like, you know, it's like the same with like every time, like post Windows, like XP, every time they made an update to Windows, it's just they're trying to increase the convenience of Windows in the way of like you would see like how they operate with like phones and stuff, just giving you all these jerk me off sort of features that really don't help the program at all. Like that's how Windows has been since XP. It hasn't tried to actually make it more convenient. It's tried to make it more up to time with technology and doing all these weird things that no one cares about. And what people have always wanted when it comes to Windows is just more convenient. They want it to be similar to XP or 95. And that's literally it. And that's the thing, same with games, is they want games to have good storylines, graphics that are passable, to say the least, and they kind of just want their more bang for their buck. They at the same time, like, you know, for a while there, people wanted games that had, you know, a long duration of playtime. So as opposed to 70 hours or 7 hours, they wanted 20 hours. But now it's getting to the point to where developers did seem to listen to that, and they stocked a bunch of more hours into the game. But now people are being overwhelmed with all these hours that are in a game. So it's just like, hey, can you just return to when games were good? Like, that's it. Just go back to when games were good and stop trying all these new things. Just make a game good. It's not hard. But I mean, once you have a team that has consistently grown over the years, it becomes chaotic. And I think that's what's happening to these dev teams, is they're just getting too big, they're getting too much money, And when they have all this money to throw around, like, they try all these new things that they shouldn't be trying. It's just like, no. You need to, what they need to do is they need to portion out their team into smaller groups and give them specific tasks, you know, in with the objective of making the greatest game of all time. Like, seriously, like, they need to think about these things more from a tactical stance, as opposed to, oh, we got all this money, let's throw all this money at that and do this and do that. And that's like my concern with 9, is they've been working on this for 7 years, and I've already posted it on Twitter. It's like, this is the end all to be all with Resident Evil. Like, this is called Apocalypse for a reason. The rumor is, like, they're all like in their 50s and nearing their 60s and stuff. This is like the final game. It has, and I'm hoping that's what it is. It's like the final game, the final fucking nail in the coffin. So for that, it has to just be the best of both worlds. It has to be the most horrific Resident Evil experience, and also like the most, you know, throughout the years they did blend the game with this sense of action. They have to blend it with that action, but in a way that complements the horror. Now, are they going to be able to do that? I don't know. I don't know. They could always try to take it in the direction of VR. Everyone's favorite. Oh boy, VR, virtual reality. The one thing that, like, not many gamers are clued in on at the point. They're not testing it out as much as they should be. It's super expensive, super experimental. And that's the thing, man. It's super experimental. Why would you make a game with something that has that huge of a fan base, with something that's entirely experimental? But I'm just speculating here. Like, you gotta hope for you gotta pray for the best and expect the worst. And the worst would be, hey, Resident Evil 9 is in VR, you know, or Resident Evil 9 is, you know, making use of this new tech or that new tech, you know, we've did this, we did that, and that's like, okay. Resident Evil's dead. It is dead. It is dead. It is dead. I'm not saying that it is, but if that were to happen, Resident Evil would be dead. It would be fucking dead. And so would survival horror. Survival horror would be dead as well. Resident Evil, whether you want to sit there and be like, well, Alone in the Dark was the first survival horror game. No, Resident Evil was the one that jump-started all of it and put it into its full momentum. It wasn't Alone in the Dark. Alone in the Dark was like the prototype, you know. It was like the prototype for it. Like, you know, like, I don't want to make this illusion, but like how the Tyrant, the original Tyrant, or more or less the Tyrant from Resident Evil 0, that fucking one that was like all mutating and gross and stuff, that was like Alone in the Dark. And then the Tyrant from Resident Evil, the original Resident Evil, is like the real prototype, you know. The one before was just the experiments, and that's Alone in the Dark. So Resident Evil is the real starter of survival horror. This must be the switchboard room. Seems like everything is still working. All right, good. Yeah, so our thoughts and prayers are out there. Totally, 100%. So I gotta make this equal like 23 or some shit. God damn it. Wait a minute. Go back. Put that one down. No, you piece of. But yeah, we don't. So the other thing is light on the panel. The other thing is they're saying that Capcom is also working on a remake of Resident Evil 0. So that is where I'm becoming to get a little bit skeptical of these leaks coming from this dude. There's mechanical sounding noise. The lift must be working. Yeah, I'm becoming skeptical of these leaks big time, because that sounds very similar to the thing he said about Resident Evil remake being remade. Like, I'm not seeing the point of it. Like, why would they remake Resident Evil 0? Like, that's not a game that people are really attached to. Like, the only reason I could see them trying to remake it would be because, like, 1956. Okay. The only reason I can see them trying to remake it is to make it more well received, but like you might as well remake Resident Evil 6 for that same exact purpose, is to make it more well received. And trust me, Resident Evil 5 was well received. Despite me not liking it, it was a well received game. 6, however, was not. So I don't understand why they'd be remaking Resident Evil 0, but if they were, that's why I think this is bullshit. I think that's bullshit. Just don't see it happening. And I'm hoping he's not bullshitting about the Code Veronica remake. I think most people out there, except the new gen fans, are, you know, probably not too happy about it. They want to see Resident Evil 5 remade. They don't even know what Code Veronica is. They want to see... So yes, I want to see Code Veronica remade, but hearing this about Resident Evil 0... God, dude, like, I don't know if I can trust that. That sounds like total BS. That sounds like total jerk me off fucking shit. That he's just throwing that in there for filler. That's what I'm thinking. If this claim isn't legitimate, he's throwing that shit in there for filler. Not to criticize the dude or anything, but like, I don't know. He was, however, right about Resident Evil 8. He was right about the werewolves. He was right about the vampires. So like, I do think that he has something of a source of information, but that source of information, like, it might not be entirely credible. It has its moments, whoever it is, whatever it is, it has its moments of credibility. So these statements about what Capcom is doing, it's like, I don't know if you can even say this is a 50-50. I really don't know. He also said that Resident Evil 9 is being pushed back until 2026. I kind of don't mind. I think it's too soon for Resident Evil 9. I really do. I'm sorry, but I do. And in the meantime, if they have like a remake of Code Veronica, I will greatly fucking embrace that. If you want to wait until 2026, as long as you give us something in the meantime, yeah, fine. Like, that game needs as much time as it takes to turn it into what I'm hoping it will be. Because like I said, it's not only like the end all to be all, it's also like the game that's going to go in there and keep the ship afloat for survival horror, or it's going to sink it. That's how I honestly feel about Resident Evil 9. I don't know if anybody else sees it from this point of view, but that's how I certainly see it. It's because survival horror, it's not, in my honest opinion, it's not doing too good. It's just walking sim after walking sim. And they're just, a lot of these survival horror games are very experimental, and people, I'm sorry, you need to move away from the experimental shit. You need to go back to the formula that it was sort of based on, and it's just like, you just make a good game. You know, that's really it. And that's what developers need to do in general, is just make a good fucking game. They keep experimenting too much with new tech and new capabilities and the things that they can do. And trust me, I like having new tech in a game. I do. Everyone does. But they're focusing way too much on what they can do with games as opposed to making them good at this point. And I think most people can see that. Begs the question, is Resident Evil 9 going to be open world? I don't know. If it is, it is. If it isn't, it isn't. Damn it! Come on! These fucking controls, dude. They need to fucking fix them. Seriously, if they make another Fatal Frame game since these fucking controls, I swear to God, dude. Enough of these fucking controls, dude. Like, I've never seen a game my entire life use the X or square button as the fucking menu button. I've never fucking seen that. And you know, I swear to God, in Fatal Frame 2, the X button was the run button. It was the button you held down to run. Now, why would they go around and do this? Like, what the fuck? Why would they turn the run button now into the fucking menu button? Why would you do that? It doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Alright, oh, there's that wheelchair again. The corridor is blocked by a red wheelchair. You seriously can't push this thing out of the way? You are that frail of a fatal frame, babe? These fatal frame babes. I think I've said like a couple times here, like whether a fatal frame babe is like worth dating or not. I don't know, man. If you want to be subjected to some sort of freaky fucking curse that's gonna leave you a spirit for all eternity, I don't think a fatal frame babe is worth it. Like, cause that's likely what's gonna happen if you date a fatal frame babe. Like, you date her, and then one day she's gonna vanish. She's gonna vanish, and she's gonna go to like some village or some old school that she used to go to, and you're gonna be looking for her, and you're gonna go searching for her, and then you're gonna get trapped in some fucking desolate, scary fucking place where there's ghosts and ghouls and fucking kubasabis, and they're gonna fucking kill you and turn you into one of them. So you have to ask yourself, is it really worth dating a fatal frame babe? I mean, for the 2 fucking minutes that you have to enjoy with her, sure. Sure. But it's fucking downhill from there. It's fucking downhill. Who's calling? Fucking fuck you! Fuck you! Seriously! I swear to God, they did this with the controls on purpose. It's fucking bullshit. Ugh. Where is that? Fuck this bullshit, dude. I was gonna load that, dude. I was gonna get those ghosts. I hate the fact that new building, third floor, status end of July, room 308, Silent Moon, Yoshika Ruka. Notes: we have been asked to report the results of Ruka's musical therapy. Report the progression of her Moonlight Syndrome symptoms to the director, as well as which moon sounds she responds to. Room 309, Faded Mood. Magaki Yoku. Notes: a generous donor to the facility. He gets upset if you enter his room while he is painting, so please avoid doing so if possible. Also, never touch his paintings. Room 310, Waning Moon, Aso Misaki. Misaki is receiving special treatment directly from Director Hibera. She is quite delicate, so do not let her make contact with the patient on the 4th floor. 331, Waxing Moon, Sendo K. Gary. K. Gary is being treated by the director in conjunction with her family doctor. Do not enter her special treatment room except in absolute emergency. Go to your former room. Okay. Well, you see, the problem with this camera system is, like, I hit the A button and it closes it out, man. You know how many games you're so used to? You arm your gun, whatever, you hit the A button and it fires. But this, it turns it, you hit A and it closes it out. You miss the fucking ghost. You miss the ghost, you miss the fucking reward. Fuck that shit. That pissed me off so fucking bad, dude. If there's one thing I have to say about this series, these dog shit controls, I don't understand why they do them like that. Man, that pisses me off. Go to my former room. Which one am I? I am Ruka. Let's see what's in here first. Patient records and medical files have been stored in the bookcase. Alright, well, it doesn't really give me a listing of my old room, so... What's this? I don't think this is my old room. Or is it the one through that secret door? Damn it! Red cords are tied between the posts. There's no one in bed. I wake up and realize I'm looking at the moon. When I look at the moon, my mind comes back a little. Now I think I'm going to stop looking. Ruka, do you remember? I wanted to get back what I couldn't remember, but some things are best left forgotten. But it's okay. It doesn't matter. It's all going away. Going away. All going away. Ah, 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 ah. It's over. Shit. I guess I'll go back to the lift. I don't think my room's on that floor. Unless it's that secret door right there. Somewhat skeptical. Okay, so it's on this floor. Shit. Okay. $1956. Sounds like some sort of mechanism was triggered. The door seems to have opened. Alright, but first I'm gonna get some supplies. Ah. Another cliffhanger. While exploring Rajestu Hall, Misaki also comes across a girl in black. The same girl who appears in her fragmented memories, calling her back to Rajestu Island. Misaki desperately wants to find out the connection between the girl and herself. Following the girl through the darkness, she arrives at a room. The room where Madoka was hospitalized 10 years ago. Misaki discovers that all 5 girls who disappeared were patients of the Rajestu Hall Sanatorium. They were being treated for Moonlight Syndrome. condition unique to Rajestu Isle. While looking for Madoka, Misaki starts to remember the events of 10 years ago. Madoka. Where's Madoka?
大切な人。
Oh no. No, it's not a good thing when people start talking about their precious. Need to find Madoka. Yeah. My precious. It's just reminding me of, man, I hate to bring this up during a Fatal Frame game. But like, anyone who's been following the Twitter sphere and is kind of, you know, interested in some of the circulating drama has undoubtedly heard about Nick Rekieta. And that just, for the love of God, that won't stop trending. Like, it just keeps going and going. And, you know, I made my own piece on it, and I put it out there while it was trending. And, of course, that didn't help things. It just continued the trend of Nick Rekieta at the moment. It got a lot of views, at least on Twitter. But shit, people just can't stay away from it. And I guess, I'm not sure if stuff just keeps coming out or what. But the last bit of information I heard was, that they had a search warrant. And the thing that people are really having a sort of emotional conflict with is the fact that the Requetas and their side piece would not open the door when the police arrived. So the police took out a fucking battering ram and rammed the door down, which people are taking some conflict with, I guess. That nurse came and shouted at me again, going on and on about something or other. When she turned away from me, I cut her a little, and she made the ugliest noise. That bitch is ugly on the inside, too. I hate her guts. Ugly things upset me. I like beautiful things. Squashed insects, cut hands, meat with red wine. Loud noise they make just before they stop moving. Beautiful things that only last a moment. Everyone collects things they like and takes care of them. The doctors say collecting things I like is good for my sickness. It'll make me feel better. So I collect beautiful things, more and more beautiful things. I have to keep collecting them or else my insides. The rest is incomprehensible. Yeah, people took issue with that. So, some sort of force is holding the door shut. I'm stuck in this room a lot. Shelves contain some old books. They seem to be about psychiatry, anatomy, and other areas of medicine. The door is being held shut by a powerful force. A page torn from a notebook, something is written on it. What happened? Who is that woman outside? Why is her face all messed up? Help me, yo. It's so noisy outside. A face like a smashed egg. A face like a squashed butterfly. A face like an open belly. Such a messed up face. What is it? After I saw the face inside my head. Noisy, what? I'll wait here. Smashed. Wait until I get messed up. Torn. Wait. 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 Mother. Something has appeared in the photo. This is the doll from the photo. Okie dokie. Great. off me. Oh no. Gotcha. Rat. Large object shrouded in cloth. There's a notebook on the bed. I asked Ayako about the girls in the files. Of the ones she knows, she says her favorite is Madoka because she makes for a lovely toy, so beautiful on the inside. The one called Ruka is apparently so broken that it's no fun for Ayako to try to break her any further. She is receptive to sound, so there might still be time to try a few things out on her. There are still ancient moon sounds of this island. Wonder what would happen if she heard those. It's rather difficult to convert the old scores into modern form, but it might help us determine that one phrase. With the Misaki girls, it's not so much her sharp perception, but her totally unpredictable behavior that Ayako dislikes. But apparently, Ayako doesn't like the girl in black who's always together with Misaki. She seems she got in the way of Ayako playing with her toys. In any case, Misaki has the same spiritual potential as my big sister. This girl, this body, will be useful. Interesting. Sounds like some sort of possession. A photo of a crowd watching a film on the projector in the dining hall. There's a notebook with the film and photo. I put the footage of the Kyugra together, making sure to cut out all the parts where I was in the frame. I don't think anyone would have noticed me unless they were looking very carefully, but I'd be a nuisance if he found out about me. I've kept the film for Ayako to enjoy, but if she gets bored of it, I'll just destroy it like I was supposed to. Oh, so we got footage of the ceremony. Now this Kyugra, whatever you call it, is like a big deal on this island. And I think it's, from what I recollect, it is this process of appeasing the dead spirits. And I think by appeasing those dead spirits, they keep the moonlight syndrome away. And, you know, like, it's not gonna fuck with them anymore. Or hopefully, like, that's the theory. That's the idea behind it. So we'll see. A projector, it should be able to play that film reel. Actually, going to save and gather some resources. All right, we good. There's some shit though, like and I really don't know if I should be checking this out. Fuck. I guess I'll give it a look real quick anyways. I think there was a lens or two I was supposed to pick up in the courtyard. But we'll see if we're able to even get out there. That was as the other girl. So I don't know if this Fatal Frame babe has access to it. The other Fatal Frame babe did. Ooh, and I do. That's supposed to be some sort of lens out here. Wish I had that dude with the flashlight. Filament is going. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I have a feeling this might be a little fruitless. A Fatal Frame babe can only dream. This little whirlpool down there, what's that all about? Oh, it's the reflection of the moon. It just gave me the examine option, so the pool reflects the light cast by the moon. The surface gleams darkly, obscuring the depths below. I'm gonna get moonlight syndrome. Reminds me of this tweet I saw on Twitter. People are, you know, the flat Earth community. They're saying that the moon is not as far away from the planet as everyone says it is. I'm not really gonna refute that or argue that. I don't know. I can't verify these things. I say it most likely is the distance that is, like, you know, contended upon. But the reason for saying this is like Nikon, some sort of organization, something, some sort of project that was like going to make some sort of measurement about the moon and its distance from Earth. Like, I guess NASA cut a deal with them. They brokered a deal. You know, some $1 million deal. Like, the moment that Nikon, or whatever this company is, the organization, the moment they were going to actually put this project into motion, NASA brokered this deal with them, and suddenly, like, Nikon, like, shuts down. I guess it's because NASA bought them up or something like that. So of course flat earthers are going out there saying that you know, like, NASA bought their silence. There's a lot of weird random shit I've been seeing lately when it comes to space and things like that. It's a very fascinating subject. There's a lot of misconceptions about space that I believe throughout the years, and many people did too. Like, the first one is like freezing in space. You won't freeze in space. I mean, and two, like, if you're in front of the sun, not in front of it, but like you're in its direction, like the radiation will like fry you, I guess. So the idea of freezing in space is just a little inaccurate. So like if you launch off into space, and let's say you get out of your spacesuit, and you know how many millions of miles away the sun is from you, you're not in your spacesuit, that sun's gonna fucking fry you, apparently. So I guess it's like the atmosphere that protects us from its harmful rays. So like, I don't understand like how people go on the moon and stuff, and the sun's just blasting them, and how they survive that. I don't know, there's things about the moon landing that I'm a little skeptical about, but I genuinely believe that we've been to the moon. Just some things I don't quite understand. I think Hollywood made a lot of misconceptions about space. But yeah, like, yeah, space is freezing, but it takes what creates temperature in a body is the transfer of heat and cool air, and you know, there's really nothing to transfer that in space other than maybe like solar winds or something. So like, I guess the idea is if you're just floating around in space, you're not going to freeze to death on something unless something transfers that freezing cold temperature to you. Then you'll freeze. But there was also this picture I saw the other day of Mars, where like there's these like big giant like black splotches that look like spiders, and they literally look like spiders. They look like giant spiders, and it freaked me out. And a lot of people are saying that NASA's hiding something, and that these are actually, you know, the explanation for these like splotches that look like giant spiders is they're like gas releasing from the pressure of the planet. So I don't know, never seen anything like it, but kind of veering off subject here. A projector, it should be able to play that film reel.
この感じ
Oh, the mask of the lunar eclipse.
この祭りを見ていた。そしてどこか。
Oh shit, it's a ghost. A ghost. Is that what, that's what you would call the ghost of a goose? A ghost. It's a ghost. Oh shit. Janky fucking controls. Something is lying where the ghost disappeared. Note from Madoka. Found a note. I wonder if Misaki was able to find her special friend. The one who she was always talking about when we were young. I think I knew, even then. I knew that I was just a plaything, taking the place of her special friend. I knew when I went to live with Misaki and her family that I was nothing more than a replacement. Misaki was always afraid of remembering her friend. So afraid. I found it hard that she didn't have time for me. I would have been so much happier if she could have just forgotten about her friend, left it in the past, and got on with the present. I'm going back to my room. Misaki, you go back to your room too. Go and be with your friend. You can remember now. Go on. It's okay. It's okay. The two of you can die together. Find clues about that girl. Oh, there's my first clue. Damn it. broken furniture blocks the end of the corridor. Doors being held shut by a powerful force. Suggestion box hangs on the wall. It's stuffed full of envelopes, some spilling out onto the floor. Hey. Got something here. Come on, dude. Bullshit.
テープ回ってます。どうだい？どんな気分かな？
私、お姉ちゃんと同じなの？言ってたよ。同じだって。霊媒だって。
そうか。そうだね。大丈夫。何も心配することはないよ。
一緒にいれば私みたいにならないって言ってた。ねえ。
あれを試してみようか。はい。
Maybe we shouldn't try that procedure. I don't know. Is it sanitary? Oh, I gotta go find that wheelchair, eh? Jesus. Come on, come on. Quit screwing around. Fuck. Thing just turned and looked at me. Come on. Right. Ah, it's you. I'm a mannequin wearing a cracked mask. I'm gonna try to leave. Oh, no dice. Okay, it looks like I gotta fight the ghost babe, huh? A coffin? I couldn't have stopped a coffin. I learned that from Monkey Island. Her face hangs in shadow, making her expression difficult to read. So is this a vampire babe? Is Fatal Frame gonna have vampires like Resident Evil did? I was born to die. Oh, this is definitely a vampire. But you were different. We have the same blood in our veins, but you were alive. That was why you had to die while you were alive. You can be alive while you're dead too. We can go back to our little room together. If you can stay alive, we'll die and the shell will close up tight. If you can stay alive, we'll die and the flowers will stay in bloom forever. You are me, you are me. At long last, you have become me. In this place, I blossom forever. Yes, this total vampire. Why are there so many coffins? What were they being used for? Keep talk, eternity is shaken. Say something even hurtful, doesn't matter. How can I make you feel better again? Yeah, this girl probably had daddy issues. If you're lonely, I'll make you some friends that are alive but dead. Please tell me, who do you want? She probably listens to more Skinny Puppy than I do. I'll find some today. Or maybe the one who peeped in my room. I will break them. Yeah, total vampire babe. Sleeps in a coffin. She's total goth. Oh, it's her doll. She's got too many daddy issues to confront me herself. These things are a little wacky. Your favorite band is Kitty. Just throwing that one out there. Right in the kisser. Ow, right in the kisser. Right in the kisser. There's a letter hidden inside the coffin. I thought that if I accepted your feelings, it would all be over. I don't care anymore if you push me on purpose. I don't care if I can't walk anymore. I forgive you for everything. I don't think I should be here. Because of me, you went into the darkness. Because I let you in, you're never coming back out of the darkness. I understand that now. You'll keep looking for me no matter where I hide, no matter where I run. You'll never get up for all eternity. And so I have no other choice, praying that into your darkness light will shine. Tell you one thing, these fatal frame babes need more exercise. I'd love to see them run a marathon. Oh, wow. Also, Masaki, female, age 7, 310, room 310, waning moon. Possibly budded, exhibits severe memory loss, increase in vagueness of self-identity, and fear of mirrors. Immediate moonlight syndrome diagnosis, progression of symptoms is severe. As seen with patient in room 412, frozen moon advancement, moonlight syndrome is clearly connected with the patient's own spiritual potential. Interesting. Complete recovery for female patients presenting the syndrome before the age of 12 is very difficult. They will often seem to have recovered but are vulnerable to relapses caused by living environment and emotional trauma. Care must be taken to make thoroughly detailed records of her condition. Scheduled for experimental application of the procedure to be carried out on the patient in 412. This may provide clues on how to treat that patient. Addendum. I can't say that word. Addendum. Regarding her refusal to be parted from her special friend, since this allows her to remain stable, do not try to force them apart. Okie dokie. Yeah. Yeah, don't be scared. Be terrified. Yeah, don't be scared. Yeah, totally. Yeah, nothing at all. Just severe headaches for the rest of your life. Hello, nurse. Oh, God. Doctor, give me the news. Oh, wow. He's making his woman do all the work. He's coming at me with a fucking scalpel. Jeepers. Yeah, I see who wears the pants in this relationship. Jesus. Oh, wow. And I'm sure she's coming right around the corner again, charging at me. Jesus. Okay, you, I don't like you. Pissed her off, didn't I? Great. Damn it. This is pretty much a boss battle. She's still alive. Okay, now it's just me and you, buddy. Shit. Come on, dude, what are you doing? Did you just throw that scalpel at me? shit? What is that? What is that shit? That laser? Point his fucking laser at me. What a douche. Or flashlight, whatever it is. I think he's fucking smart ass. Smart ass fucking doctor. Come on. That was no small feat. The devices I have invented based on my personal theories have special blah 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 blah, blah be handled blah, blah, with care. Here I record some useful blah 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 handling of the Spirit Stone flashlight was created to restore members blah 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 patients of the moonlight stored in the issue blah 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 with the symptoms in extreme cases or something. The Spirit Radiant uses blah 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 crystal to electric waves or blah 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 residual thought to hear the dead. However, extremely powerful thoughts, blah, 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 essential, blah, 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 blah. Those who hear, consume, blah, requires care, blah, the camera obscure, blah, 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 not visible, naked eye. Those who use, blah, blah, spiritual intuition, blah, 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 possessed, blah, versus badly rotten and completely illegible. Broken crystal radio. The dresser drawers are full of old children's clothes. Old-fashioned radios, gramophones, and cameras sit on top of the dresser. None of them look like they still work. Ah, there we go. Precisely what I was looking for. God damn it. It's powerful force bullshit. What the fuck? Closet stuffed with women's and children's clothing. There's a basket containing old dolls, hats, and other children's things. Is this me? Is this you?